And that is time. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Lazy J here. I really struggled about what to play today. And then I found this demo, and I'm like, yep, that's what we're playing. The 2 Point Museum series is kind of in a bit of a slow point. We've done all the main content. There's only min-maxing to do. I, I just love this opening scene. Um, but we are playing a little bit of 2 Point Hospital, the original game by the 2 Point group, but it's a pretty old game, not a lot of interest. It's just something a little bit of fun. We can pick that up now and then. 2 Point Campus, the middle game in the series, has just come on special. I've picked that up. Really want to dive into that, but don't want to be playing all of them at once. So we're just trying to see when things kind of roll out. 2 Point Museum will have an update in about 2 weeks. And then about a week ago, I discovered this game coming out. It is Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We'll just bring up a little bit of graphics for it while we're chatting about it. Basically, it's a bit of a choose your own adventure style game where you're the captain of the Voyager. You'll travel through the Delta Quadrant and try to make your own choices at certain key points. It will kind of mirror the TV series, but you also have a lot of independence there, and we'll see what that looks like when we play the demo today. Its official release for the game is in 2 days, so this is a game that I've kind of been eyeing off since I've discovered it a week or two ago. The idea of my variety stuff is to kind of get into strategy and decision-based games similar to this, similar to the 2 Point City Builders, all those kind of games, and this has just kind of come along at a great time. Star Trek itself has kind of been a touchstone in my life. One of my very, very first games I ever played, it was already old when I played it, but it was on an old hand-me-down computer, was a game called EGA Trek, which saw you commanding either the Enterprise or a similar ship through the Alpha Quadrant and making kind of key decisions, interacting a lot of this. It's a pretty old game, but you had a lot of stuff. You had the overall sector or the overall galaxy. You had each one of those had a little mini map with its own stars, potential enemies, friendly space stations. I played this quite a bit when I was quite young. When a friend came over who was also kind of in the orbit of Trek, we would play it together by one being the captain, making the decisions, while the other one basically was the helm, putting all the inputs in. The captain, when the game started, would put in the self-destruct codes, so only they knew that. That was how we played it. Kind of brings back a lot of memories. Very similar to what this game's going to be. You basically act as the captain, so you're not doing all the micro stuff, you're doing the macro stuff. So you make the bigger decisions who you send away, and then you kind of have a bit of random chance in the operations. So it's very much similar to how I used to play EGA Track back in the day. And yeah, so I'm kind of curious. I'm going to have the music turned off just because some of the stuff is kind of copyrighted. So we're just going to have some background music. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issue on the YouTube side of things, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so if this demo playthrough goes well today, later in the week we will play the full version. We're just kind of going to feel out the game and kind of see what happens. I don't think there's much more to go over. The demo is about 3 chapters or something like that, I think I read. I guess the only way to find out is going to be to push the button. So let's start a new game. You're the captain of the Federation starship USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew, plot a course, and
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Paris. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the Academy, ready for your first deep space assignment. Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is highly entitled befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. Maquis, oh wow, I have a lot of stories about. I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax. I was with the Maquis only a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands. This is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. This kind of looks cool. I'm really curious to see how the gameplay goes and if it's replayable. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space with a violent plasma storm that cripples even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen and suddenly smiles, playing on her lip. She's ready for the challenge. I'm going to have to... My throat's a bit here. Scanners are picking up no other vessels and system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't exactly Marquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent Tetrion beam surrounding us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager. It's power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert, helm, evasive maneuvers. Too late, wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. I love the detail. As the crew remains, they find their bridge in total. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation, twisted metal, sparking consoles, injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay, Doctor. I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor, damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone to grey mode. We're on reserve. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan the nearest sector for deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Okay, Captain Janeway to engineering. We need stellar cartography back online now. Okay, tutorial, help. Click on the question mark icon 1 on the left of the screen just to revisit any tutorial screen. On control, press the D-pad 2 times. Okay, activate rooms. Activate the stellar cartography in the lower left part of the ship. To activate, open up the menu by scrolling the room and switching on to supply power. Oh, look at this. Have we got the bridge? Can you look into the bridge? Doesn't look as damaged as they're reporting, but okay. What else have we got here? Oh, we got the shuttle bay. Engineering. Oh, love it. What do we got here? Navigation detectors. Ooh, we even have the Aero Shuttle, which was never used in the TV series but was a part of the design. Laser control room. So what's it want me to do? It wants to come down here, stellar cartography. Switch on, it uses, I'm guessing this is 3 power and 2 staff members. Missing technology to upgrade. We've got some stuff up here. We've got 0 Borg nanotes. Interesting. We've got bio gels, science point, deuterium, sector threat level. We've got caretaker activate cell cartography. Okay, let's turn it on. Captain sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to summon is when not in the Badlands anymore. Hey, it's a caretaker ship. Oh, nice. Nice. Sorry, I missed your comment if it was I was a little bit slow catching it. Is that when you make the decision, I assume based on the TV series, what I remember of it, you have the choice of either destroying the caretaker ship or using it to get home and leaving the sector in major threat of the Kazon, if memory serves me right. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors were working, we just jumped over. Oh, if our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant, how? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm, find us a deuterium source. Ah, nice. Scan points of interest, mark with white question marks to reveal resources. Scan until you reveal deuterium, the fuel resource. Okay. Ooh, nice. What do we got here? So we've got debris field, J class planet. Nice. Did you get any combat in? That's the one thing I've heard a bit of mixed reviews about. Y class planet. I don't even know what the planet types are. Do this one. So what I've got to do? No data. Okay. 5 sectors away. Question mark of deuterium. Let's grab the deuterium then. Okay, system map navigation. Navigate your ship by traveling to various locations while traveling. Time passes in the form of cycles. Okay. I get what they're going for. Like, from what I've seen the developers, I watched a little bit over the last couple of days. They want you to be in the captain seat, not doing everything. But that does kind of make it a bit meh. As you kind of put it, when visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. Different colors of the chance bar represent the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green, excellent and good outcomes. Higher rewards such as extra resources, moral increase, etc. Yellow average outcome can include minor setbacks. Orange and red are terrible outcomes. Okay. I'm looking forward to getting to it. I'm trying it today to see if I want to basically get my order in and play it at the end of the week. So I'm kind of keen. Nice. Okay. So it's like a bit of RNG dice rolling kind of mechanic. Setting course. Okay, so hold. Yep. We hit the planet. We zoom in. We detect more debris field scattered across a wide area that appears to be remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in here. Use the tractor beam to try and clump up the debris for easy collection. That seems pretty good. Roll the dice. Okay, good. Captain, the observations. Well, the operation was a big success. You're going to see my dyslexicness kick in as I kind of read some of these words. Apologies. We've managed to recover a lot of the resources. Yeah, the stuff I saw of that looks cool. Like just the visual when I was in the ship. I don't know how I get there. Harry Kim, Captain, we can now deactivate grey mode. Here we are. This looks so cool. Captain, ready to increase core output. The warp core is the reactor that powers the ship and generates energy. It continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but the more deuterium is required. Increase power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to higher tiers. Okay. Tier 1. Our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good. Now, what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our sensors detect a Marquis vessel next to it. Scan for live signals. Let's scan. I could really get lost. I really hope this is replayable. Like, I'm hoping after like the intro, it really opens up. Scan the ship for life signs, Ensign. There's no one on board, Captain. Scan the array. Chance 40 plus 35%. What about the array? Several life forms on board, Captain. Is one of them Vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to the deposit. We need to repair the ship transporter room. Okay, basic resources. Deuterium is your fuel that powers the warp device. Okay, I don't even know how to say that word. Okay, I'm going to struggle with these ones. Essential for construction repair. Crew is needed to organize key systems and rooms. Okay. So we saw some of that over here, didn't we? Nothing new hand. Now I'm close. Okay, we're here. Let's just keep scanning. Just scan the whole. Leave the storage alone and focus on self. Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift into space. Structure sound with steel storage compartments. Leave the storage alone and focus on scavenging other parts from the ship. Okay, good outcome. And we now have all the... Okay, I'm going to have to work out how to say that word. Let's... Before we get too fast here, say... Yeah, it's not going to give me easy. I'll work it out between streams. Engineering is standing by to repair the transporters, Captain. Okay. Damage rooms are not operational. Select a room to bring up the room controls. If you have the resources the work team's needed, you can initiate repairs. Where's our crew? Okay, we have 32 people doing nothing and one work team. Okay. One person, 0 cycles, 14 resources. Repair. Hurricane transfer the back online. Captain. Mr. Paris set a course for the array. It's time to get some answers. It's a Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Oh, tutorial transporter room. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes pose skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for the away team. Okay. So what's our... Kind of just wants us to put these two in. Challenges, so we've got Starfleet Officer, I'm assuming. Medical. Science. I have no idea what's happening here. I assume this is meant to mean something. But we'll start away mission. Decide on approach and select the heroes to complete the challenges with the appropriate skills. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place, it's eerie, similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? Look for any footprints or strange noises. Scan for any life signs and strange energy signatures. Okay, so it's... Okay, requires 29, we have 25. Requires 30, we have... let's scan. I feel that's the better option. Oh, we failed. The tricorder offers no helpful readings. Harry and Tom wander aimlessly through the corn, feeling increasingly lost and disoriented. They just as they're about to give up hope, they stumble upon a farm with people working the fields. The old man sits on a porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. Okay. Fatigue. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued. And their skill values are reduced. So fatigued, reduced. Okay. Let them rest for the next challenge, recover, and plan ahead accordingly. Okay, so this gave us a heads up of what to expect. Now this is making a bit more sense. We can do the basic Starfleet option. We can do the medical option, which Palm does have some medical knowledge. Or we can... But he's also fatigued. Interesting, this... Ooh. Okay, Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach? The man to know what's going on. Try to read his body language for any clues. Argue the fact that this can't be a farm on Earth and you want to know what's going on. Guess we're going this one. So most chance of success. Hey! Erin Tom discreetly observed the old man, trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he is putting on an act, but they can't quite put a finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, wondering about Harry and Tom being early and how it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. You can select more than one hero for challenges if they possess the required skills. Yeah, it helps make the decisions who to bring when you get more crew members. And thank you for the follow, bro. Thank you very much. You can select. Okay, so we put 2 crew members on if they have the right skill set. If the cumulative skill value is equal or higher than the required number, then you have a chance of a critical success golden pad on the chance bar. Okay. Very Baldur's Gate kind of feel in this component of the game. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the Maki ourselves. There's a large band behind the farmhouse. The crowd readings are off the chart. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. So, investigate the barn wall for a hidden door. Tom, who's fatigued because he was in the last action. Try to analyze what the energy readings could be. Or try and find a way to break the illusion on the wall. See, this puts me in an interesting predicament. They'll both... Well, Tom's already fatigued, so I'm assuming if I put both on it, Tom's going to get worse off, Kim's going to be fatigued, and then our last action we're going to be in a bad spot. But we're going to try for a critical here, just to see how the mechanics work. Okay, Harry and Tom try to disrupt any field, causing a flicker in the air. Because they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools and weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn as an illusion. The back wall dissolving to show a blurrish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lie on a surgical table. So we found everyone. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be the missing. They're being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. Ooh, the heartbeat. We're not on a timer, are we? Well, knowing the series, we're going to go for Chakotay, right? Ooh. More chance for Balana, though. Let's... Well, I still want to go... Okay, we're good. Tom rushes towards the tattered man, helping to shake him awake. As he reached out, the old man stops him, looking concerned on his face. Before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Successful challenges time 3, critical success is 0, injury-free bonus, yes! Sector 1, total 250. It's going to feel like FTL towards the end, I'm guessing. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Tom Paris and the Spectre materializes behind her. What happened to the array? Captain, what happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. What? But we're only gone for only an hour, right, Harry? Harry? He was just beside me. And he's still on the array, but why were you released and not? The McKee's hiring us, Captain, putting them on screen. I'm Commander Chakotay of the McKee. My chief engineer, Taurus, is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander, one of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem, and it would make sense if we solved it together. 3 of us will beam over to your ship. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and the McKee crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Captain, this is Tuvok, I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As am I, Captain. Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Were you going to deliver us into Starfleet's waiting hands, Vulcan? Correct. However, I assume I perform my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Charming. And I see you have Paris with you too. Are you forming a Marquis Trader Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Taurus and Kim back from the array. We can get back inside. We can't get back inside. They've sealed the entrances and they're blocking incoming hails. Lieutenant Tuvok can get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Okay. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5's functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. To be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Okay, life support. Switch on. Uses 18 energy. Where is our energy? Up here, so we can switch that on. Life support restored on Deck 5. Captain Engineering Office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess. I will have to fix it before we can even use it. Repair, 1 person, 2 cycles, 8 repair parts. Dismantle. I assume that's not what we want to do, but it's interesting that we can dismantle rooms. So we can change the ship around, I'm guessing then. Not that it's going to be economical. Work team info. Okay, we'll repair anyway. Repairing in progress. Till completion, it would be logical to scan all the planets in the system and gather more deuterium. And again, I'm kind of lost there. So, oh, we can zoom out. Oh, we can actually. Oh, this is okay. I'm gonna go. Yeah. What kind of detail do we have? Okay, we've still got here to scan. Do we come back out here and work our way through, get some fuel and some building resources? Engineering of life support activated provides up to 1 work team. Work teams are required to perform repairs, construction, and other hull repairs on board Voyager. Enter ship. Engineering office fully operational, Captain. We have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Okay. Building or repairing rooms, even clearing debris, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, a team Obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Okay, logically we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure our crew's food supply. Maintaining their physical endurance, this requires reactivating life support in that sector first. The morale bar shows your crew current morale. The change of morale per cycle and icon. And so 2. And icon 3 indicates your crew's needs, so food and housing. Open the overview screen to switch to morale to get detail about your crew's needs, your decisions in ship management, food, crew, quarters, and events affect crew morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Okay, better keep people happy then. Switch on. Life support restored to Deck 2, Captain. Access to mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After approved, the crew can access replicator rations again. Okay, so we obviously want to repair the mess hall. Repairs in progress. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. The ruined rooms must be cleared to create room for residential sectors. The ship is heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed beyond repair. To free up new building space, we will first have to remove the remnants of the old, select the room, and give the orders to clear debris. Remove debris takes time cycles to pass and time travelled on the map. Okay. While waiting for our work team to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. Collect any easily accessible resources. Use a tractor beam to try to clump up debris for easy collection. This feels like a good option. Come on, high roll. Okay, so not a high roll. If we go here. These are close together, so I figure this is good. Mess hall, life support activated. Provide the crew with a place where they can gather for meals and relax away from their duty stations. Okay. Oh, that looks cool. Missile repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew's well-being. Okay, with every cycle your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rations which don't require resources but lower morale. The crew is used to consume premium rations made by the replicator. These increase morale but cost deuterium. Okay. Replicator rations are now issued to the crew, Captain. I could imagine trying to do like the worst possible run where you just try to keep morale just above the line or something. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on here. So one more cycle on cleaning that up. Missing resources. Workshop. I like that every deck has its own life support. That's kind of cool. Engineering officers, remove work team, add a work team, assign to hull repairs. Management, switch off, dismantle. Okay. Ooh, what did I just click on? Warp core, morale, crew, available crew 27, assigned crew 23. Exborg. Okay, total crew. Available occupied, total, emergency quarters, okay. So many things, I want to click on everything. System. Ruined what room? Okay, so it's clear. Ruined room removal concluded. Tuvok's voice is going to be so annoying. Great. Maybe we can finally rebuild some crew quarters. My back is killing me. So I'm sleeping in the corridors. I'll do whatever. I do wonder for morale. It'll do wonders for morale. That's for sure. Okay. Select it. To build new rooms, select the empty building space and bring up. Yeah. Hopefully they found a good balance. Some of these games really make or break based on that balance. If you have enough work teams and resources, you can build a room. Every room needs a corresponding area, so plan accordingly. Okay, engineering office, cargo bay, large cargo bay, battery compartment. We go, okay. Wow, okay. I did see in one of the developer videos that like you can't pretty much build everything you need, so it's going to really come down to some of these descriptions. Lower decks, crew quarters, emergency quarters, observation lounge, a high deck, sick bay, officer quarters. Accommodates 5 crew in spacious, luxurious quarters. Accommodates 10 crew. Accommodates 12 crew in cramped, limited quality quarters. Your crew is the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms. So upgrades, don't forget to provide the necessary accommodation, or morale may drop faster than you like. Okay, 6 cycles. Well, caretaker message. Tuvok Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Who is this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. That the old guy with the banjo, though he seems a lot less jellyfish back on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just need to leave them. I'm trying to remember the full story arc of this. This was a 2-parter. I remember that. You meet Cass, Neelix. Okay. Appeal to his humanity, tell us where they are, try to intimidate him, give them back, let Chakotay talk. Optional, scan the array for Harry and B'Elanna. Level 1, 40 to 30. Nope. Do we scan? We'll try to reason, I guess. We are entrusted with their safety. Their families and friends rely on us to bring them home. That they are our responsibility. I understand, but I had no choice. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? I must honour a debt that cannot be repaid, find something that cannot be found. Offer to help. What are you looking for? Maybe we can help. I've searched the galaxy with methods beyond your comprehension. No, there's nothing you can do. No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time, not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. Damn it. We haven't gotten any closer to Harry or Taurus. You'll manage to get him to open up a bit. Maybe Starfleet diplomacy isn't so bad after all. Captain, if I may. I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the neighbouring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding the missing crew locations, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have, though, Thoughts, Commander? It seems our paths are intertwined, Captain. Let's use this opportunity to find our people and bring them back. Agreed, Mr. Paris. Take the helm again. Let's find our people. Set a course for the 5th planet in the neighbouring system, maximum warp. Okay, do I just need to zoom out? Sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system or you can scan the system first and select a specific point of interest to visit. So 3, okay, so we've got ship, system, sector. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're in this one, system 4560.0. System 4560.1. System 4. First deal with the array. Ooh, what's this? There's a ship out here. Can we scan the sector before? Okay, we can't scan it. Okay, so this is the one we want to go to for our mission. Deploy collective probe for a safer collection. Let's just pick up the resources here that we need. Full storage, so there's limited storage capacity. Interesting. I'm going to come here quickly. Pick up these resources before we jump. Leave the storage alone and focus on. Okay, we're good there too. Now we'll jump sectors. Well, maybe I should have selected the planet we wanted to go to. Emergency quarters, life support activated. Accommodates 12 crew in cramped, limited quality quarters. -1 morale per cycle. Enter ship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, so sick bay. Let's repair that, maybe. Sick bay feels important. I can't repair the seal generator yet. Okay, both crews are in use, okay. Build emergency quarters, repaired sick bay. Injured and sick crew will be placed in the sick bay automatically. After treatment, they'll go back to work. Increase the efficiency of sick bay by assigning a suitable hero. Don't think we need to repair the holodeck at the moment. Hey, there's people in here. Feel like we need more crew quarters. Like, are these different rooms like this? Let's clean that one up. Do we have any more crews? Yes, okay. Science laboratory? Because this deck's operational, same with our top deck. Maybe we have one team repairing, one team clearing now. System. Where did we jump in? Okay, we're over here.
Yo, LJ, Twitch ads are inbound.
Where's hop, skip, and a jump across? Captain receiver, how often others have requesting assistance, keep a safe to transmit navigational data. Okay, we're still full on storage. What's happening at we scan here? Class D planet. Okay, science life support activated. Allowing for analysis of found objects. Okay, can we? Management, switch off. We're repaired it, we're just going to leave it off though. Okay, we're removing, engineering. We're at deck 2 and deck 5 slowly being cleared up. Okay. System. Nothing to be had here. Guess we'll continue the mission. Click the room. Okay. That was probably out of context now. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders continue. And that's a bot. Let's delete
Twitch
ban the
ads are
bot.
now playing.
Oh, we just got hit by ads. While they're in play, how about we just hold here and I'm going to sort a drink. I'll be back. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what happened there, but paused. Give it a moment. Update that to real time. Okay, there we are. How are we going? We do have the longer ad breaks, so we have them less often. Let them run through. What are we at? It won't tell me on this screen. Okay. 1 minute. How is everyone going anyway if you're not in ads? Really enjoying this. This is cool. Does anyone know how much it's going to cost? Let's Google that while we're... Voyager... Cross the unknown... Cost. Is that Australian or US? I'm assuming that's going to be a US cost. Yeah, I don't have a price on it yet on my Steam. How much did the... I'm not sure if you're an ad still, Luke. Was... but how much did it cost you to pre-order it? Yeah, I don't actually have...
LJ, Twitch ads should now be over. You're all good for another 60 minutes.
Thank you, disembodied voice. Much appreciated. Okay, we're back at it. I was trying to find the price, but I can't seem to find a price. Well, I've got Google telling me, but I don't know if that's Australian dollars or global dollars or US or who knows these days. There we are, Captain. And might I say, what a ride. Voyager handles like a dream, responsive, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Paris. Let's see what we have here. A new lead. Follow the array energy poles. Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Harry, Kim, and Balana perhaps being held in this place. I'm a little bit dyslexic, and it does my head in when I've got to read more text-heavy games. What's so special about this ugly old space rock? Prepare an away team. Optional, do a general scan of the planet. Check for the energy impulse. Okay. Let's do a scan of the planet. Let's see what we can learn about this planet. It has all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet with no ocean, no rivers, nothing. However, there are settlements. Why would anyone want to live here? Leave it at that. Analyze the planet's atmosphere. We don't have a space laboratory, so... or science laboratory. Yeah. Strange but intriguing. Let's scan the energy. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They are continuously targeting a single location. Okay. Got the deluxe for 44 US. So that sounds like the prices I'm getting are converted to maybe Australian dollars on that Google search. So it'll probably be about 60 bucks for me. Yeah, that's not too bad. Bit pricey, but these days you can't do much about that. They are country return same location, a barren piece of the desert. I recommend an away team investigate that area. There is something else. The intervals between each pulse has decreased by 0.4 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we better hurry. They're the away team. We'll examine this world firsthand. Oh, nice little cutscenes. Guessing that's Neelix's ship. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. A peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. I don't know about this view. Okay. Greetings, looking for something on this dusty old rock. Would we find anything, mister? You've never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times, well, hundreds of times, maybe 50 times, but the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker, that's what the... Oh, how do I pronounce that? I'm just going to go over that. Call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet. But Captain, it's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course a guide needs a little, compensation. Sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. it's a deal. Okay. What do we try? Rebuild Voyager and explore the system and cycles until Neelix is ready to talk. Oh, okay. I think time is of the essence. I don't think we have the resources and time just to kind of... Let's scan. Building resources, energy. Energy. Building resources. Science. Building resources, energy now. We have a max capacity of 1,000, so we're pretty full up on energy. Maybe we come over this side of the sun and come here until Neelix is ready, and maybe check out what the debris field offers. But also duck, or we get energy as we come through. Dismantled, dismantled, enter ship as we travel, ready, ready. Okay, so we have enough crew quarters for 12 people, but we have 50 on the ship. Do we build some more emergency accommodation? That doesn't feel like a bad option. Oh, okay. This... 12, they'll give us 24. Hopefully we have something that we can build in here. We'll just build some more accommodation. Let's keep clearing this deck. So yeah, one team building, one team clearing. Deluxe comes with 5 extra missions and 2 extra recruitable characters. Now it'd be really cool, not knowing how the game plays out and how replayable it is like eventually they have like bring in other Star Trek characters from other series and be able to run through the universe with different perks and stuff like that. Just a thought. But yeah, okay. I'll have to... Yeah, I definitely think I'm getting it, and we'll play it later in the week. But we'll just worry about keep going for now. I'll look into the deluxe version though. So clearing, building, okay, that's good. System, moving, leave the focus on solving the ship for parts, okay. Okay, so we're full on storage again. That's interesting. I don't really need my... Oh, okay, we've got a communication. Caretaker. Okay, so I hit C. Okay, controls interesting. What a delicious meal, a culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comfortable, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup. I'm something of a wizard myself. You know, my pear pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I'm pleased you are enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Yes, your missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot, you'll find a Kazon Ugla encampment. Still not pronunciation. One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said they had our people. Well, well, the do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, their leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favour. Send a away team down, ask for more information. Anything else we should know about the water is precious commodity around these parts. They're mostly to get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Send away team down. Very well, fare the away team and you'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. What do we need to do? So oh, okay, so that skips a day or something. Maybe we shouldn't be wasting time then. Crew. I need to be on my ship, don't I? I need to go to the transporter room. Which there was transporter room. There we are. Do we not need to go to the transporter room? How do we progress? Okay, yeah, that is speeding time through. Interesting. I thought we would have had to have been in here, but no, okay. System. Okay, system ship. What am I missing? We assigned a hero. Oh, I need to fly back. Okay. So we build a new room. So how much of our crew have rooms now? So we've got 24. Okay, what else do we have here? So crew. Well, we've got crew quarters, we've got technology, nothing in there we can do. Combat and Borg. Let's clear a room then. Captain, we've reached our destination orders. Send away team. So Neelix is going. Event-wise, so we have mechanical events, diplomatic events. So Chakotay and Paris are my best two for this. We can go. We can't do much about the first interaction. Recommended traits Traxian. Because he's got combat, he's got. I assume this is diplomacy, so we'll send Chakotay. We'll send Tuvok. We do have some science options ahead of us. Okay. Okay, the away team materials in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and a sandy wind whips into their eyes. Okay. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings on this stats bowl? So struggle through to a vantage point, orientate yourself using the quarter. Okay, so if we went that option, it's all positive. Or I guess we'll use Jakoto here anyway. He's got the right skills for that. And then we can use Neelix for the next step. Jakoto will be back up for that. Okay. Completely opposite to the critical positive. Using his survival skills and the position of the sun, Chakotay determines the cardinal directions. He navigates the team through the rocky valley, eventually reaching a rocky ledge, gathering a better view of the surrounding area. In the distance, he spots a Kazon settlement. However, the winds are picking up and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Captain, the sandstorm is heading our way. We'll need to find cover fast. Okay, design and build a temporary shelter from what we can. Analyze the area and evaluate the best possible outcome. Best cover from the storm. Okay. What do we do here? Odds aren't too dissimilar, right? Let's build a temporary shelter. Slightly worse odds, but that's the worst that can happen. Well, it's that. The away team is definitely trying to build a shelter, but the strong winds is giving them a hard time. As the storm intensifies, the makeshift cover cups, leaving them exposed to the full force of the sandstorm. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges, bruised and battered, and set off in the direction of the Kazon settlement. Captain, we'll reach the settlement. How should we approach the people here? Let Neelix do the introduction. Approach in typical Starfleet manner. So there's a chance that if Neelix does it, I'm assuming this means that relations is improved by 200 points. Normal Starfleet will probably be beneficial, but not as good. He's fatigued. Approach intimidating weapons at the ready. No rewards for that. We're going to send, we can send both in, and that's a better chance of success. But maybe just send Neelix in for the one. So we have the Starfleet battle options available to us. We just probably won't have this. But if we send both, two are going to be fatigued, so... Oh my god. Really? Screeding. Neelix's prosperous screeding doesn't seem to have any effect. The women and children seem to recognize him, but they back away with grim expressions. The man approaches curiously, weapon in hand. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement. Jabin, the leader, at the sight of Neelix, his face turns red with rage. In the background, a barely bruised young woman who looks nothing like a Kazon, but more like a human with pointy ears peers around the corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? Okay, so that's interesting. So that felt scripted. That felt very scripted. So we have to be careful of that. Sometimes outcomes aren't going to go in our favour no matter what we do. It's the feeling I got from that. Okay, Neelix is out of commission. He's fatigued. He's tired. So let's leave him out of it. Demonstrate the strength to the Kazon at bay. Offer water in exchange for information on Kappa. Okay, let's try to give Neelix some time to recover. And Tuvok can play the intimidation game. Hey, success! The display of potential force seems to impress him, who explains that Compa leave underground. The access controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water as proof. Devon points to a bruised woman he's holding as a slave and a camper. He explains that she's one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. Only Neelix grabs a phase and points at Jeb and demands for the couple to be freed. Sometimes certain approaches in away missions bear additional risk. Dangerous approaches are marked by a danger level indicator. Failing such a challenge can result in injury or even fatalities. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Critical. Okay, tactical retreat run. Appease and carefully withdraw. It's our last encounter, so we can... That felt pretty good. Let's go with that. Go diplomacy. We're just not going to get any critical nat 20s here, are we? The away team raises their hands in a gesture of peace, slowly backing away while choosing their words carefully to calm the angry Kazon. Furious at Neelix's impulsive action, recognizing the away team's intelligence attempt to de-escalate the situation, he allows them to retreat, though his eyes burn with anger. Well, nothing went well there. Hey, leveled up. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescue woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go? My dearest Cass, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. You was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As has been said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it off with a security barrier. May we be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest... We may be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest breach. A transport signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea, Cass. Can you help us once we locate the bridge? Of course. It's the least I can do. I'm grateful now. Okay, so we have things to do. So that puts us back in the story. We can ask Cass what she knows about the caretaker, how Cass and Neelix met, ask Cass why she came to the surface. Let's prioritize our time. Let's ask for the caretaker first, just in case some of these options disappear. Last time we did this, we were able to go through them all, but I think we need to know about the caretaker first. What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations, he has provided the Alcampa with food, water, and energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it, or where he came from? No, we do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. How did you get to the surface? Because if it is so dangerous on the surface, why did you leave your home? I felt a strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover new things and learn about myself. Being my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to even think for themselves, it was unbearable. We once possessed telepathic abilities, but those over the many generations. What's talking about Newix now? Cass, Miss Newix, I'm curious. How did you two meet? I met Cass while I was trading with Kazon. They enslaved her, but she was kind even to someone like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. He was the only good thing in a terrible place. We fell in love. I admit it to you, Captain. I apologize, but I'll do it again in a heartbeat. We have things to do. Right, someone gets started on the transporter signal amplifier, and Cass will go to 6 Bay and have you examined. Hey, is this the holographic doctor time? Computer initial emergency holographic program. With no other options available, Captain Janeway activates Voyager's EMH. A shimmering figure materializes in the sickbay, ready to provide critical care. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You'll have to take care of sickbay for now. And this patient, Cass, there's no need for concern. I'm capable of treating any injury or disease. Maybe broken you, a few minor bruises or graze, nothing I can't handle. You are in the most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best, Captain. I am programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do now? If you excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Well, we fixed that earlier, so that was good. What do we reckon? Assume we've got to kill some time. Repair and activate the science laboratory. Okay, we'll switch it back on. Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Currently no research in progress. I assume we need to click here. Workshop engineering, cargo bay, warp dry, shuttle bay, aero wing crew, science, combat, and okay, this is going to be interesting. I don't even know where we have tier 2. That's not good. I don't even know where to look for this. Go science. Shima wants me to have. It's science laboratory. Okay, so analyze. Okay, 3 remaining. The elevator. 5 cycles. Can we go somewhere interesting? Nothing within close range. We kind of hit it as we came in. Let's go here to pass time. Okay, we've got the amplifier, transforms, yep, into ship. Access to the tech tree to research new upgrades. This way you can upgrade rooms and unlock passive bonuses to improve efficiency. Certain technologies first require an upgrade of their tier and technology category. Unlock a new tech cost research point. Research points are produced by active science labs but can also be gained as rewards. Captain blueprints of the Superfire are complete, however, to start production we need to repair the workshop. Okay, we'll start repairing that. No life support on this deck. That's interesting. We don't have any work crews available. Okay, so we can have this. So we can actually be researching something. What do we want? Let's do proper crew quarters. I'll try about our morale a little bit here. Back to the system. Collect what we can. Storage is full. Scan the anomaly from a safe distance. Capture a detailed science laboratory level 1. Hey, it was positive. And we'll pick up some energy. That should kill enough time. Ooh, what's this room here? Battery compartment. Do we need... I like how the turbo lift kind of moves. Yeah. Let's repair the shield generator. That feels important. Okay, there we are. System. Resume Voyager into unknown. Which is... Why are we always on the opposite side? Really, game? Just let me... Oh, that's how it paused before. I was wondering how it paused before. Oh, that's why it's not working for a moment. Trying to find a live feed for the YouTube side of it. See what's happening there. There we are. Okay, we're kind of maxed out on materials and that. We're building what we can, but are we almost done with this? Oh, we need to finish the workshop. We're doing that one more cycle. I guess we'll go for some building supplies. Come out here. Okay, workshop finished, because we're going to have to build in the workshop. Ooh, let's have a look at workshop repaired, Captain. We can start production of the signal amplifier. Okay, transfer to management, crafting heroes. Okay. Now we have one blueprint available to us at the moment. It's going to take 5 cycles. But that should be good. If we come back to the system, room finished. Nice. We have shield generators. I don't feel like I want to shut down any rooms at the moment. Maybe we need to move this way. Okay. Safely search for anything valuable, repair parts of the mining station to mine some resources. Nice. Mind you, we lost you to full storage. We're just always full. 4 cycles away, that should be enough time for us to be back. Ooh, full storage. And Captain, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the cargo bay is overflowing. If we find any more of this resource, we'll have nowhere to put it. We would just have to leave it behind. I was wondering if we could expand our storage capacity, perhaps with a new cargo bay. It's probably not a bad idea. Okay. Captain, I need to address the lack of quarters. Many are sleeping in corridors. Morale is suffering. I suggest building a new quarters so more people can sleep in their own beds. Okay, sample fighters built. Okay. So we've got to build a cargo bay. How big of a space do we need for a cargo bay? It uses 3. Yeah, that's not going to fit in there, is it? Okay, we need to keep the crews working. I want to build a cargo bay. Okay, so we can't. Ooh, that's interesting. So we need to build more of these rooms. They're 2x2s or 2 squares. Cargo bay is going to take up 3. Oh, we don't have the crews anyway, so we'll work on that. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders. Send away team. There we send Cass. Chakotay felt pretty good. Cody and Tom. That doesn't feel like a great team together. I think Tuvok feels a bit or balanced. Yeah, okay. Hard materials near the tunnel entrance. The group of Kazon are already there. Tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they reach for their weapons, but hesitate. Careful, shouts one of them. Don't let them butter you up. Captain, the Kazon seem to be more cautious this time, but they're still ready to attack. What are our orders? Show of force. Raise your weapons and approach the Kazon. Attempt to negotiate. I think we just need to kind of get them to go away. With the way my luck is, we'll probably still end up in the red. Feel that's too much of a gamble. That doesn't really gain us anything. I think with the risk involved, we just show force here. Okay. The away team raises their phases, approaching the Kazon with an intimidating demeanor. The Kazon, remembering the away team's previous display of wit, hesitate. They are unsure whether the risks a confrontational event and eventually back down, allowing the away team to proceed to the tunnel entrance. Captain, we've reached the tunnel entrance. Using the transporter signal amplifier now. Find a possible breach in the security barrier. Use amplifier to locate the breach in the barrier. Use amplifier to locate the breach in the barrier. We can do it from... None of this feels good. Do we get Tom to do it? It's worse than a 50-50 here. Tuvok's... We could do Cass or Tom and just leave one operational for the next. In the next part, Tom isn't that useful. We got this and this. Let's try it. Hey! That kind of indicates a nat 1, but okay. The away team deploy the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for the vulnerabilities. After a tense few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. They successfully transport themselves through the opening and into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Into a large cavern is a futuristic environment with smooth white walls glowing in warm white light and sparked with patches of green. Pompeii City. Captain, we're inside the city, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Harry Kim? Just like Kess take the lead, right? Allowing Tom to recover, Tuvok just to kind of be available for support in this scenario. Alright, it's small chance of critical, but we'll succeed. Guess approach the group on compare, especially asking for assistance in locating the missing Harry and Balana. Touched by her concern, a group high direction to the medical facility. Away team eventually finds crew members awake but disorientated, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Wary of the unfamiliar faces. Instinctually reaches for a weapon, but before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. The message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of the reunion. The caretaker ray has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. So, this isn't our last thing, so we need someone with mechanical and science skills for the next step. So we just get Tuvok to blast his way out. That gives us the options for the next one. Hey, success. The away team quickly navigates the collapsing tunnels and dodging falling debris and leap over widening chasms, escaping the crumbling ceiling just in time. Soon they reach the exit, the security barrier, the only thing standing between them and their escape. The tremors are interfering with the signal amplifiers. Focus, Captain. The connection is considerably being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Stabilize the tremor. Okay. Analyze the tremors in first plan that recover tremor. Let's go for a double here. That shouldn't be too bad. Team analyze the tremors interfering panel and quickly recover to transmit amplifying the to compensate. The transmit signal stabilizes, allowing the away team to lock in onto the beam and materials, saving back on Voyager. Hey! And Cass level up. Back on Voyager, Hurricane breathes a sigh of relief while Volanator's eyes her Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. My key engineer struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Miss Taurus, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Janeway, and Ensign Kim. It's good to have you back in one piece. Reporting to duty, Captain. I don't think I'd ever see Voyager again. It's good to be back. What the hell is going on here, Chakotay? Since when are we cozying up to Starfleet? It's a long story, Balana. Let's just say we had to compromise to get you back, and we shared a common goal. Get back home. Anything you learned on the planet could help us. Ask what they learned about the company. Ask what we learned about the caretaker. We'll see caretaker first. Do you learn anything about the caretaker? He's been acting weird lately. Apparently, abducting people is a new hobby of his. And he increased the outcome power supply enough to last them for 5 years, if I recall correctly. And he destroyed the tunnels. It sounds like he's preparing for something, but what? What we learned about the natives, what can you tell us about them? Annoyingly friendly and incredibly naive. They wouldn't last 5 minutes on the surface. Apparently they've been living underground for over 500 generations. That's true. Our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tells us the caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? Something called the warming. The day our service turned into a desert, on that day the caretaker appeared to built our city. Since then he has provided for a debt that can never be repaid. Say again, Lieutenant Tuvok. There's enough evidence for me to form a reasonable hypothesis, Captain. The homeworld turned into a desert from one day to the next. The caretaker imminent arrival seems to be no coincidence. I assume he is responsible for the ecological damage, building the underground city and caring for them. He seems to be trying to make amends. In addition, it was mentioned that the caretaker provided the company with a mere 5 years worth of energy, coupled with the destruction of the access tunnels, and his frequency references are running out of time. The logical conclusion that he doesn't intend on continuing his role as caretaker. I believe he is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? Asks if they know why we're sent. The caretaker mentioned that you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in strange. The com said they were sent away to provide some kind of. Whoever said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. If we weren't sick, but before we met that guy, what a crock. They also said the caretaker had sent others with the same disease, but they didn't recover. They died. I want you both in sick bay now. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate. A few more days and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material, for what purpose? An excellent question, Command. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis, doctors. I've already stated the treatment with my expertise that should make a full recovery. The doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis, Captain. Aware of his imminent death, the caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the conveyor for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one who would continue his work. This explains the abduction and subsequent touching of individuals from various sectors. If he died before finding a suitable successor, will be stranded. We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. Vulcan's right. If that overgrown energy blob won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe it's a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Okay. Already done the shield generator. Let's repair. Ooh, okay. Not available. No available work teams. Okay. So we're just going to pass time now, don't we? Let's head, grab some energy, and then we'll jump. No point hitting up everything. We'll room into ship. Ready. Let's just build a cargo bay. Let's complete that objective. Next available crew will put on bases. Built, repair, dismantle, emergency quarters, enter ship. Yeah, some more emergency quarters. How are we going on that? Crew, work teams. So what are we at? We're at 12, 24, 32. No. Or 36. Let's at least repair that, and then we'll build another emergency quarters, which will put us most of the way to 50. We don't need that much energy. Ship, sector.
Yo, LJ, Twitch ads are inbound.
Okay. Let's jump in there so we can refuel. Base a control room, enter ship, new quarters. Okay. Increase crew capacity by 5, increase morale by 1 per cycle. That's interesting. Oh, we could have done this. Let's do this. Can we... Oh, we don't have research points for anything. I assume that's what that means. Okay. Okay, phase of control rooms activated. Let's management switch off this room then if it's not in need. We have 1 work crew. More emergency quarters. That will put us at 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Or do we leave this on? Can we learn that? How do we... We've got to get to 60 signs. We've got 60 signs.
Twitch ads are now playing. Just looking to hull reinforcements. I'm just trying to keep people busy. See how that works. So, sector. Just okay. We built a cargo bay. Each cargo bay can only store 1 type of resource. Build more cargo bays, not upgrade existing ones. Okay. The crew is happy and fulfilled promise by the captains. Great. That's a boost to morale. Let's store more building supplies. We seem to be doing okay with energy at the moment. That's interesting. We need like at least 4 cargo bays. We're going to pick up energy. Well, maybe energy for now. Ooh, okay, we didn't get as much as we wanted. Okay, storage is full again. Oh, we need to... torpedoes. Have a water crew. That made me nervous. LJ, Twitch ads should now be over. You're all good for another 60 minutes. If we could research this, we could solve our crew problems. We can't. Inspired workforce, engineering, what do we got there that we can do? Plasma torches, field training, combat. Okay, we'll do that one. How many cycles? It's got 2 more cycles, so we can probably make our way. Yeah. Okay, it's a ship, ready. Our offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. However, I suggest a test run to verify system functionality and to assess our temporary flight control and other performance. Excuse me. This ace pilot knows more moves and Starfleet can throw Greek letters and numbers together. If the one for evading Starfleet Cassidy, gentlemen enough. Divox is right. We need to test our combat system. But we like a sparring partner. You have one, our ship. Shirosha Jakote, all of Maki, on the Starfleet target practice. What could possibly go wrong? Balana focus. We need preparation. I will pilot the captain. Just remember to set your phases to simulation. I'll keep that in mind, Commander. Okay. Tutorial Combat Hero Selection. Each combat encounter, you may choose 1 up to 3 heroes to utilize their special strengths and abilities. Okay, select a hero. We're going to put Tom, Tuvok, and Kim. That sounds like a good one. Shield hacking, hacks enemy shield, frequencies increasing the shield penetration rate. What does Neelix do? Resets the cooldown of all other hero combat abilities to 4 seconds, 30-second cooldown. No, we'll take Kim in. Fires 2 summon phaser servos, dealing increased damage. Evasive maneuvers dodges enemy attacks for a limited time, granting a brief window of invulnerabilities. 26 seconds. Okay. We have a team. Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Phasers are fired automatically. Torpedoes manually. Okay, so if I want to fire torpedoes, I need to hit that. You control the ship by opening the command menu and dictating how to approach the enemy.
What are your orders, Captain?
Combat is paused. Orders. Order your ship to try and attack or defend a side with either defense or offensive movements. Fleeing requires enemy engines to be damaged, while shredding costs resources as a form of payment. You can also repair damaged subsystems. Proceed to offensive maneuvers. Okay, so actions, defensive, initiate repairs. This is interesting. Okay, offensive actions, weapons, weapon core, warp core, shields, engines, shield.
To attack the port side, Captain.
Offensive actions, weapons. Base move, dodge an enemy attack for aid time generate brief vulnerability. So if
ready, Captain.
If I hit 1.
Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay.
Ability ready, Captain.
Orders.
Moving
Shields.
to attack the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Hull status 59% proceed. Okay, boom. That's how it's done. Not bad for a temporary guy, hard to lock. Your methods are unconventional, however, the objective was achieved and acceptable performance. One more thing, Captain. Whatever awaits asset array, the Voyager should be in a support position for Voyager. Alright. Have the transporter room standing by in case your crew needs an emergency beam out. Let's show the squadron what we're really made of. Emergency quarters, enter ship. Fly back to array, build enough quarters for the crew. I wonder in the research side of thing if like we could have just done that. Like emergency quarters is 12 plus 6, so 18. Build 3 rooms. That would have been enough. Of course, it's locked. I assume locked because of the demo. There's quite a lot of tiers too. Oh, so this is down at tier 5, tier 2. Okay, so the just maybe tier 2 is locked away until later parts of the game. Maybe it's just tier 1 we have access to. Interesting. I'm really looking forward to giving this a proper go. Captain will reach our destination. Orders continue. And look, it's the keys on. It seems we were expected, Captain. It's the keys on. The lead ship is hailing us. They're probably not calling for a chat. I'll have our recruiter manned. You'll have support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Back for more, are you? Don't think your silk tongue will work on it this time. All we care about is getting home, Jevon. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. I'm sure you have other fancy speeches prepared for the entity, but I won't allow it. We have no dispute with you, of course not. You'd rather talk your way into getting anything you want. This is absurd. We'll have no intentions of challenging you. I'm not as gullible as you think. The array power is mine. Kevin, we discussed this like more to civilize. He's disconnected, Captain, and they're powering up their weapons. Battle stations. Ooh, 2 versus 3. This is going to be interesting. I guess Balana and Chakotay should be over on the other ship, right? Actually, Balana's here. Maybe we use Balana for offensive there. Shields sound good.
Orders, Captain.
Okay, we want...
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready.
Open command menu. Open the command menu at any point in the combat to give orders. While the command menu is open, the combat is paused. Okay. One of your shields is dangerously low. Switch to defensive actions. Protect that side from further damage. Could you, without shields, risk the destruction of the underlying system? Okay, Voyager, okay, so we need to defend port.
Moving to defend the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Boost shields.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Torpedoes have to be fired manually, shift key or left trigger on controller. They're very powerful weapons causing great damage to systems and hull. However, their effect is minimal against shields, so make sure you fire from the right angle. Okay.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
So it wants us to use...
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. Okay, so that ship's taken out. So we've got a fighter, 2 support vehicles. We're targeting vehicle 2. Okay.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay. Our status 56%. But we didn't take any damage. Your ship hired allied ships. You can hire allied ships on bridge help in combat. Only one ally may help at the same time. Unlock allies by fulfilling hidden objectives and researching certain techs. Once unlocked, they will be available for the rest of the game. Recruitment and upkeep require resources. Interaction ally recruit. Okay, so we can get more combat baddies. That went better than expected. Our raider is still in good shape. I'll keep it close by just in case more K's decide to show up. You are strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called for reinforcements. The array will be mine. And I guess we don't have much time. Hail the array. Well, aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back to where we came from. Impossible. I've barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect their company. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. We can confront him. You must let go of the Acampe. Confront him. What happened to the Acampe was your fault. Send us home. Do we guilt him? You must let go. Send us home. Let's into this. You need to send us, Captain. His reinforcements have arrived. I could try to access the array system and transport us to the other squadron, Captain. No, I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Acampa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Acampa. The caretaker fades away, collapsing into a inert crystalline form. Generally, he's faced with an impossible choice: return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Acampa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. He's gone. Captain, the Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access the primary control and send us back? Okay, what are we doing? I'll leave it open for a second. 1 to destroy, 2 to send us home. What are we got on time? It's 3. Can we resume? Well, we can't save by looks. As much as I want to be sent home and just kind of see that ending, oh, we can't save it. I'd be really interested Profile free. Oh, it doesn't even let us make another save, okay. I guess we continue. Oh, so it's brought us all the way back there. Hold to skip. So we'll do this battle again. I enjoyed having Alana for shields.
What are your orders, Captain?
Back their
Moving to attack the
weapons.
front, Captain.
Can we back front orders? Helm actions, initial repairs, flee, surrender, objective.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. It wants us to defend ourselves. And the
Moving to
port.
defend the port side, Captain.
Shooting shields, we'll just keep hammering.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Okay. That's cool. So it's tab to
Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
trying to target them.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Ooh, this fight's drawn out a bit more.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, we talked about allies. Maybe you did turn the planet into a desert, didn't it? That's what it did. We were explorers from another galaxy. We had no idea our technology would be devastating to the atmosphere. Two of us were chosen to stay behind and care for them. Two, where's the other? She went off to look for more interesting places. Did you ever consider them to take care of themselves, their children? Children grow up, they need challenges, maybe they'll come out stronger than you think. Send us home. Continue and okay, we need to make a decision. Your choice has consequences. Protecting a company would violate Prime Directive. My response is to my crew. Access the controls. We're going home. You're abandoning them, Papa. To hell with the Prime Directive. They deserve a chance to live. This my sequence. This is from your responses. I can only initiate the captain the case on the preparing board the array. What are you doing? The arrays, our only way to get out of here. You can't. I can and I will. Nice ready, Captain. Fire. Well, we couldn't escape anyway. We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are making decisions for us? It was the right decision, blind over the Capo. They remind me of our people. We were fighting for more power, for to respect our own. Tattoos. 70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we? Right now, I'll definitely miss the next Outmeet review. I miss Outmeet reviews. Should not be your primary concern at this moment, Mr. Paris. Thanks, Mr. Tuvok. And thought about that. Demone is howling as captain. You have made an enemy today. Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Tutorial hull. Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat, dialogues. Structural formula if the negative deflector is offline. If the hull integrity reaches zero, Trojan will be destroyed and the game is over. Hull doesn't regenerate by itself. To repair the hull, assign a work team in the engineering office. Astrofield plasma storms negative deflectors offline. Auto saving. Assume we're kind of gotta go out of here. Captain's ignored, enter ship. Begin research engineering tier 2. Okay. Cauldron problem. Promises broken. Crew are very unhappy about a broken promise. Morale minus 200. What was... Oh, it's the space, wasn't it? Okay, so there's a time limit on that. That's not great. Oh, turn in... Just scan everything. Okay, where are we at the moment? Let's... we need to make sure we get some power. I feel like we can do something on the ship. Ship. Use new escape review. We can turn off weapon systems, I guess, for now. Just... I like that kind of mechanic, turning on, turning off. We need more resources.
We have 2 work crews available. So you're going to have to really be on top of management. The caretaker is there to prevent... Oh. 70,000 light years from home. It seems we're in this together, Commander. The decision didn't win you any friends, Kazmaki and Starfleet, but I respect you for it. Their anger is justified, but we have more pressing concerns. 2 crew and 1 ship stranded in a Delta Cruiser fighting for survival. I know a thing or two about survival, Mackey. A motley crew. We had to learn to put our differences aside to work together to coexist. Well, Commander, I'd like to offer you a position of Voyager's first officer. You're willing to trust Mackey with that responsibility? I'm learning to adapt. This is a new beginning, a chance to forge a new path together. 27 crew joined Voyager. Neelix cares, you wanted to see me. Do you need anything else before you leave? Supplies, water, medical. Well, that's what I want to discuss. Would like to go with you. Before you say anything, Captain, we both very much want to be a part of your journey. I can offer you so much in your sector. Captain needed a guide, supplies, contract, and a cook. Oh, you haven't lived until you've tasted my... but more than that, Captain, I can be of a morale officer. Keep those smiles bright for this long voyage home. I have a feeling you'll need that. A guide, a cook, and a morale officer. That's quite an offer, Mr. Neelix. And Cass, what about you? What do you hope to gain from this journey? I want to see the galaxy. There's so much out there that I don't know, so much to explore and discover. Perhaps this journey would help me understand my own telepathic abilities better, more develop them. But as I also wanted to help after the doctor cured my wounds, I realized what I want to help people too. Maybe I could learn from him, assist in the sick bay. I think that I would be glad to have you. With that, then welcome aboard. Captain, you might want to see this. Looks like we're stirred up a little trouble in a good way, I think. A sudden distress call reveals Voyager's victory over Jordan sparked a mass escape from the Kazon slave camp. Janeway wasted no time ordering the desperate survivors to be beamed aboard. Neelix is surprised to find another Telexian Zebran who was captured while exploring the occult landscape. Revelry joins the growing crowd of survivors seeking the Doctor's care. 11 crew joined Voyager. It's just getting the rooms under control. Deliver speech, overcome differences, unite as one. Deliver speech, stand strong as one crew. Defend ourselves, deliver speech, unite, explore the unknown, and learn. Everybody listen up. Overcome differences, unite as one. We're alone in an uncharted part of the galaxy, facing unknown dangers. We must work together to survive. Commander Chakotay and I have agreed to unite our crews as one Starfleet crew. Explore, but duty calls us home. Continue to explore, but fight. Chart new territories, seek solutions. As our only Starfleet vessel in the Delta, we continue to chart new territories and unravel the secrets of this region, but our objective is to return home. 75 years is unacceptable.
will innovate. End speech. Adapt, overcome, reach home, never give up, find our way home, analyze, never give up, find our way home. We'll search for shortcuts and new technology to get us home faster. Somewhere along this journey, we'll find a way back. Well spoken, Captain. Mr. Parrish, you've proven yourself a skilled pilot and a valuable member of our crew. I hereby appoint you our flight control officer. For the first time in my life, I don't know what to say. Perhaps they state that you would like to embrace more frequency from now on. Lieutenant Paris. Lieutenant Paris has a nice ring to it, but you think, hey Harry, bet your own promotion is just around the corner. Oh boy, imagine me becoming a captain one day. Very well, gentlemen. As first official act in your new position, Lieutenant Paris, set a new course. We're flying home. Okay. That was interesting. Captain, you reached the end of the demo. We made a brave choice of destroying the caretaker race, sending your crew far away from home for the greater good. The real adventure starts now. Add /revoke across the unknown to your wish list. And be ready to continue the mission when the full game launches. Thank you for playing. Keep exploring. Okay. But now we have 88 crew, and I hadn't even begun to get rooms sorted. 8 days remaining, so let's try to fix the crew problem. We're here, let's just go around the system. Okay, room, enter ship. Start building better quarters. Enter ship, ready. Okay, that's pretty cool. This fits 10 people. How do we know how many bedrooms we got? So we can make our own food, by looks. Morale. 30 people quarterless. If we can finish this research. Okay, into ship. The tier 2 research for engineering. Crew. Let's... Oh, did we do the wrong one? Okay. Well, that's helpful. We got one building crew. It's 20 people without rooms. Captain, we've got a major problem burying down in engineering. Deterrent levels are critical. The ship won't last long without fuel if we don't locate the spot. Okay. System. Okay, got some supplies. Let's go here. Not red, please. Okay, so we're done here. We go to the sector. We can come. We need to get fuel. Okay, energy loss report. Deactivate different deployed grey energy mode. Deactivate. Okay. Come on, positive. Yeah, there we are. We have energy again. We don't have energy? Okay. We. Oh, that's right. We've got a. We can start turning on systems again. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, let's just run around and get some power. Our weapons and shields are offline. We can at least just see what happens when we upgrade these rooms. I want to see what happens there. Okay, so we're here at the moment. So we'll come over here, 5 cycles. How we go? Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Try to get as much as we can. Stay green. Nope. Okay, let's Turn you off. Oh, so we actually have to upgrade them too. That's interesting. Yeah, we have energy again, but that is it. We've pretty much cleared the sector of energy. We're just going to switch everything off. I just want to pass a couple of cycles. One. Morale's dropping. Oh, okay. Morale's dropping. I wanted to see that build, but well, things about to get bad really quick. No life support. Final warning, Captain. I've witnessed a fight between crew members. We must increase morale. This must end. Three, two, one. Energy loss report. Enter ship. We're out of power. Morale is gone. Where? Can we move the ship at this point? Yes, we can. I don't know how we get morale any worse. Just travel around the sector. Nothing else to do anyway.
Really? It won't let me upgrade that, but... you will receive trade offers when the arrow shadow bait is activated. Only one trade can be activated at a time for each. Okay. That's cool to see in there. I love the detail on some of these rooms and shit. I assume the demo just doesn't. Okay, focus. That's cool. So we can focus the ship. The shadows cast from the planets. I'm waiting for it to... the journey ends here. The crew have mutiny due to complete collapse in morale. You are stripped of your rank of captain, learn from your leadership escapes, and set a new course. And morale is like, okay. I have no idea when this save was made. I think it was just at the end of the adventure. Okay, so thoughts. Enjoyable. I think I'll pick it up when it comes out. If I do, that will be a stream later in this week, most likely. But not much more to really go over. I wanted to test stuff. I'm assuming the demo doesn't allow certain things. Like I really wanted to kind of see how upgrading worked, so that when I do another run, I can kind of hit it a bit more focused. So obviously we need to bring the whole ship online. It looks like certain key resources are going to be needed for certain upgrades. So we're going to have to make whatever that is. To rebuild new decks. So bringing decks online is going to be slow. I think it's the same. 35, 50, 75. What about this one? Okay, so each deck's going to be harder to bring online. See, that's relatively cheap. So we could see about bringing one of these online. So we need to get materials. No available work teams. What are my work teams? Okay, so we'll just clear out the system.
Into ship, awesome. 40. Okay. Systems. Into ship. I like to look at the crew quarters in different ways. We've still got 30 homeless people. If we've still got another crew, I think we should worry about getting emergency accommodation sorted. Back to the system. We'll play it safe. I'd like the 27 cycles left before running out of energy. Cargo bay level 2, crew quarters, science, combat, Borg. So you're going to have to research the tier and the category. That's interesting. More XP from missions. Produces 50 food every 10 cycles by growing plants in non-soiled. Okay, hydroponics. Hydroponics could be interesting. There's 3 different levels. Crew. Engineering. Okay. As I said, there's not much more really to look at in this, is there? I think the game's worth having a crack at. What I'm going to do is we'll be multi-streaming this to YouTube. I'm going to leave the YouTube video here. Hopefully, assuming that the game is within my budget and stuff like that, and I get a bit more information, a bit more research, we'll pick it up and give it a go. But until then, it'll be just a standalone video. On this channel, we just basically play kind of city builders and strategy games. Also, I have another channel where I just play Hearthstone, mainly Battlegrounds these days. But you can find everywhere I am through a website called Linktree. It has basically everywhere you can find me. My Twitch, my 2 Hearthstone or YouTube channels, one dedicated to Hearthstone, one a variety channel. My Discord if you want to reach out to me, my socials that I barely ever use. So I will post that into the chat. So if anyone's interested, you can check it out there. I'm going to leave the YouTube behind. We're going to go over to just the Twitch channel and we're going to find something to do for the rest of the stream. I'm not 100% sure what, but we will work it out after this. So, main menu, and when this switches over, I'll close it. I do need to use the facility, so I will be right back.
Yo LJ, Twitch ads are inbound.